names up a year, I don't know. I don't know. But on a platform like this, yeah, now I was say, Yama good platform to tell me say Aguaya Beji award Aguaya Beji Mara. There be I've grown out with you. Me say me minimum say who Manchester United for who now who more. Me I know, but on a more serious note, I think say I think say it is quite disrespectful to think say Erik Ten Hag and that manager to leave Manchester United. Honestly, it is seriously a dent on the reputation of Erik Ten Hag. Look, so if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, if Ryan Giggs, Omunyenya not David Moyes mo, enya not to coach Manchester United, please, with all due respect, I was say people should give credence to what Erik Ten Hag had done with Man United. Pep Guardiola, you see, Pep Guardiola about Manchester City. Who was their main man? Was it not Yaya Neneri Toure? And then obey. And people thought say they hail Helino for sacking Yaya Neneri Toure from Team Manchester City. Nobody says he was not the man. And that season, with Manchester Premier League, trophyless that season, 1 year. Pep Guardiola, his first season was worse. 1 year in the Premier League. But he was heralded because he made sure, say, players are not feel, say, a problem in the dressing room, no, where you are missing Chay. Erik Ten Hag by Manchester United. Even at a point when Harry Maguire was faltering at the back of defense, Coach Way was playing him. He continually defended Harry Maguire out there. Said, look, he is a Manchester United product. And he will surely come good. He gave him minutes after minutes after minutes after minutes. Trying as much as possible, say, I bring to me, I pick it up the confidence. Sabi. When the team loses, not many people put pressure on the players. Obi a pressure call so, a coach and the Erik Ten Hag. And we a coach, now oh it's a team. Now who feels say play with confidence will follow be there was ra. Kweku wa oba fa hwan. That is it. And me who Erik Ten Hag. And you see, you talk about man management. This is a man who has not said a word about Harry Maguire. Every press conference, when they ask him about Harry Maguire, no can he say he is still a Manchester United player and he has qualities that would help Manchester United everywhere. Coach Ebeko. And he has managed the situation so well to the extent say, Obekasa obi waba stripping on the captain and band. Every coach ever near who feels so leading the team. When David Moyes who was the captain of Manchester United, he made sure say Obama Patrice Evra Wako and the captain and band no more Rooney. Meanwhile, no matter carry idea with team anymore, they could have been leaders of that club. So sometimes we, in as much as say we want to make fun around some clubs, you know. Fake akra. Jadon Sancho situation.
I wasn't making fun of
Jadon Sancho situation.
No, listen.
Last season, Obianim said Jadon Sancho was not performing. Coach, Ebuki, a specialist in the Netherlands for Jadon Sancho, said Uncle who is our specialist, He went there for barely 3 months with that specialist. You come back and you are still playing the same way you are playing. And a game against Arsenal, you did not put up your best ever training ground. No, drop you. You think that coach, could sometimes Mourinho Beccacho said players need to be rebuked to get them revived. Mourinho has done this several times.
Don't do that in public.
And
good manager.
Alex Ferguson.
Let me tell you something.
2004. 2004.
No. When you're young, when you are making a point and somebody comes I want you to address this. Or make a point. That's what be Bema. You can just say you disagree, but to tell somebody's opinion as a lie, I disagree because you are telling the public, say, Yaya Toure was sacked from Manchester City, set up and Pep Guardiola Angelic in the first season. I agree with Angelic. But the second season of Angelic, 2017-2018, Yaya Toure was the main man who lead the team. 2017-2018.
Almost league, you know, their main man was Dabisaba. No, he was part. Even in that midfield.
No, listen.
As what me kind of
You
say.
said
That
was your statement.
Me,
Please.
I told you say Yaya Toure was not part in 2017. And then the credit. Yes.
You said he wasn't part of it.
I never said that.
Yaya Toure was part of it.
I never said that. I never said that.
2017-2018.
I never said that. As what me kind of say.
Pep Guardiola
The first season of Bayern, you know. Yaya Toure.
What's your Pamono?
Pamono for team no doesn't mean no. Maguire and Pamono Manchester United team no. Yeah, maybe so. Harry Maguire is not at Manchester United. Hasn't he made the first choice to say there? Yeah, Pamono. Was he not the first choice?
But Obi Awoti and
the
truth is the truth of the
fact.
Now you future ni apamo ani ya pe.
No.
Yeah, you are in chair ya apamo ani ya pe. Is Harry Maguire not playing? Has Erik Ten Hag sacked him from the club?
He's part of
Solomon Bati.
No,
Maguire is part of Manchester United.
He has not been sacked from the team.
So Erik Ten Hag
Onyabi Mo. But still, he's part of the team.
He's part of the team, but he's not been sacked.
So what should Erik Ten Hag do? Yeah, but tell me who. What should Erik Ten Hag do?
Argument now, because you love your Manchester United.
It is not because
my point is that
it's not about Manchester United. It's about the man. No. If you single-handedly tell, say
he's not a good manager.
He's not a good manager.
You are wrong. United. Let me tell you why I'm saying so.
You are wrong.
Now, I'm using one example. No coach, and a Beba Abontin, Abe criticizing the player, say he's not good at. He wasn't good at training. That is why I want my uncle. Now you can just make it clear, say because of technical issues. To protect your player, don't invite. Don't invite. Let me make my point. Then you come in with yours. What Mimi say? Oh, you coach. You England, for instance, they don't say coach. They say manager.
Manager, yeah.
The reason is that issues be more. You manage it. What did they make? And you know, Jose Mourinho, Pep Guardiola, and other things. And they say players need a mistake in Ukraine. They will our press conference. Or because I accept the blame. So why here Arsenal all for nothing now? Go and watch it. You will see games are players are a mistake.
Yeah.
Ateta at the press conference, he will tell the boy say, "Obe accept blame so on the coach. Why am from so one boys name to me the end." But when you watch the all for nothing now, you will see that in the dressing room, Ateta will be attacking his boys behind the camera. You get it? That is how a manager does his work. Until we are leader as a coach, Edward Manchester United, of course. Several examples from Dortmund. In England, quite confirmed said Jadon Sancho. 92 training, no, very worst. I agree. So you do not say publicly say Onyadi training. That is why you didn't play him. No proper coach, coaching Manchester United will do that. That is my point. Issues bar as a coach. You have a way of massaging. The best way, what's the call Netherlands to make sure say boy never at his level or buy a new man. Koyi. Sancho is not a finished product. Or a young boy. These English boys, you know, when they begin to rise, share what Mason Greenwood and started with life. If you're 14, now what they call European competition, woman coaches girls, I'm out.
Yeah.
You manage the situation. When the boys in the behind the scene, the other can be a man some for domain to talk about it. You meet the player one-on-one. What come out who be facing media now? You protect your players. You accept the blame as a manager. You work on the player. Then you get your result. That's my point. And Erik Ten Hag is not doing that.
On the 17th of April 2023, Mikel Arteta, he made a statement about Thomas Tuchel at a press conference. He should Google it and read.
So be they came in.
Mikel Arteta, he made a statement on the 13th of April 2023. Arsenal and West Ham, it was 2-2. Partey make a mistake, and a West Ham take kind of money here 2-2. Mikel Arteta was angry at the press conference. He should Google it and read.
What did he say?
I've opened it. And in here.
You have
Maybe I'm out. Mame said him don't reach on fan two screen so that Ghana phone. Na Ghana phone.
What be come my anka?
Yes, maybe a Kayama. Maybe a Kayama. During Saka may say penalty way a Euros, no. Person me read the party part, no. I want to read the party part.
But mami share and ready. Mami
me party part. Can count messages. No be do na me.
Mami ko messages so yeah train say the Superman Mikel Arteta and some the Kofi German black man was here. I'm watching you live inside Pig Farm. Already Abasanso and I wonder Donko or also HIA and Justice Boyson. Was say Justice Boyson watching you live from Cape Coast. You are doing a great job. Or also Edia Wade Abba Bright Dancer the Banks. Was say good afternoon Bismo. I'm watching you live from Teshi. Onua Sports always fantastic and talented. Baby, okay. What also the hour day abandonment and to also Maminko Abbas Zakari. Was he keep up the good work? Or also at the what day abandon way Onua 94.1 FM, Onua 95.1 FM, Facebook page, and so at the and no Maminko Onua TV. Now, fair so messages are what mean be and free. So why card?
Yes,
why card? Okay, come
back
now for me. You can feel now.
I say in a press conference, he was seen. Mikel Arteta was seen fuming at Thomas Day Party. And what he said was, he began giving the ball away time and time over again. I'm quoting Mikel Arteta. He began giving the ball away time and over again. And one occasion in particular, I needed to shout on him to tell him to pick his head up and play. He enter me just say
coach what dug out to me no coach what dug out to me expressing oh my goodness
press conference they be say adenti na all react like that and no say party after say okoye no person yi ball tra nyabetre no person yi ball tra Declan Rice and a ball no bukemu and Lucas Paqueta far ball no of far ball no share and a ball no 2-2. And since then, Pate decided to give the ball away. Or the part you are no on the ball not check. Or your part you are on the ball not check. So he began giving the ball away over and time again. So I needed to shout at him to let him get his head up. Now,
what was the question?
Yes, the question was why was his reaction? It was that touchline. Now it comes to Erik Ten Hag. My selection co game. Maybe a press conference. You see. Jadon Sancho, Argentina Jadon Sancho, only part of the squad. His attitude at training, anti and a man selected for the match. And then Mikel Arteta, the difference a woman You were giving balls away, attitude, and I attitude. Giving ball away on the pitch. Your attitude or confidence about form after making a mistake.
Don't say a mistake. Yeah.
Mistake because attitude. Mikel Arteta.
Thomas mean to be say attitude.
Attitude.
But a mistake.
Debbie, mistake in the buyer. When you J ball no share. A question. Ama Adiana Tono so.
But I attitude.
Attitude.
You say
attitude. A football attitude. Sometimes your body language is your attitude on the field of play. You are not reactive enough. Attitude. And after losing the ball on the pitch, confidence about form. So he started giving the ball away. The coach needed to revive him. We are Jadon Sancho. You come out Arsenal with training grounds, reactions, and yet you don't expect the coach to take you 1-for-1 call. The best reaction is to come back to the training ground and prove to the coach to say you deserve an opportunity in the next game. You don't go out ranting. You see, some English players, that is what Omadia yo Moama call with. And a typical example, Theophilus Walcott. And you know, at a point, no BNM said Theophilus Walcott to be the biggest player in the world. After making 16-year-old echo the FIFA World Cup, everybody thought, say, Theophilus Walcott, Banisubai, and the Theophilus Walcott. Jack Wilshere, at a point, Arsenal were match, not a dressing room, no George. Jack Wilshere. Arsene Wenger would have to walk him out. Not dressing room and George because an English player nobody talks about.
And with issues like this,
did you ever see? So the thing is that
I know the almost come my TV.
That is it. No. The thing is that every coach every coach has its way of managing. They say Now you are Tottenham Hotspur. Jose Mourinho in a press conference, he came out, press conference, said Tottenham Hotspur players, they are not players to play for Tottenham Hotspur. Jose Mourinho, one of the greatest managers in the world, in a press conference, okay about Tottenham Hotspur. And now where's your intro? And I contemplate. In the end, it all came back to the same thing that Jose Mourinho about Tottenham Hotspur. So every manager has its way of getting players up. We have seen Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He came to all Manchester United last 2 seasons. United from Posse and Pamano got crossing for him too.
Yeah.
Erik Ten Hag buy.
Transform me, boy.
Erik Ten Hag buy.
Good.
We are seeing a different Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Fantastic.
Why are you not saying Waba be before from? But other players there, the coach is not a good manager to lead Manchester United.
Having a very beautiful conversation.
English players, they have an attitude, and if those attitude who allow money over power, the English media is so powerful. Especially when you are not an English. Graham Potter and Nema Bonicran or Chelsea. People were still saying he has a future at Chelsea. Frank Lampard or Bill Lampard in him said he a control player, special players for Park. Yet the English media were on Frank Lampard said no, he is the future of England. And Chelsea should keep him. When Chelsea sacking Thomas to kill by in the end, Thomas to kill after Papa never fought team no. Team no say appointed at English team no. You said the team no ekoye. So sometimes you also have to sit and realize the English media would always want to find a way to make players bigger than the club. And so we are a club like Manchester United, a traditional English club. That's why you're very careful. Ferguson Becachero, even in his team, his main captains, his main players were not English. Until the captain, it's difficult to pick an English. Instead of Ferdinand WOHO, the captain one where that ball, the manager officially. What I say. So sometimes we also have to look at coaching in the approach and how a person handle issues. How Apeja would want to discuss an issue. Apeja human behavior. How I would want to tackle my issues. Me human behavior. Obia on the philosophy on them. So sometimes you don't judge on an issue with one player and then say this manager is not good enough for club like Manchester United. Say David Moyes only gonna make coach Manchester United. Erik Ten Hag is far better and bigger to lead Man United than any of these coaches.
Make other men person call Kofi Kakra be fancy because me agree you dey na be for him in some of his
me wrapping up Kakra. I still remain say me argument in me starting me point me make key point and I say one Erik Ten Hag and yet the right person to lead Manchester United. In as much say he's done a lot when he came to the club. It's no one anti-solo example no make about say Wan-Bissaka or transforming. I'm not saying that no. I said it in this contest. Now, two, I still remain say this Maki. We a leader of a team like Manchester United. Solo make point, Obi say he made a very good point. Say the English media are so vocal. So one you're very careful. I think it will be especially about English players. That is why you as a manager, there are certain things you do not have to bring them out. He was citing examples about Jose Mourinho, making public message, making public announcement about players.
You've been talking, I'm saying, Antonio Conte.
What happened? He went. Antonio Conte, then the same thing happened. What happened? He went. So what I'm saying is that it's simple. When a manager like Erik Ten Hag, the Arsenal fan, Man City are doing well. England, the biggest club of honor, Manchester United, commercially achievement and whatsoever. So when you are leading a bigger club like this, you manage situations. Sancho, the modern of fem, training grounds. Until you're a coach, what do? You find a way. And then he has come out with rules and regulations for the boy. These are the things you need to do within. You don't come out to set a agenda for media to discuss your player. And Abrafono mentality to me is different from Yene before the. I said why be able to so okay pressure being said man. But said Basa now that one was a retaliation and say he need a psychiatrist because of Nyoma Kakra Femutin. So what I'm saying is that it's simple. When you coach a club like Manchester United, you take the blame. You take the blame. Now, finally, on what he was saying about Thomas Partey, saying Mikel Arteta was shouting at him. The question was so simple. Why were you shouting at your player whilst you were playing West Ham United? And watching him why he was shouting at Partey. Yeah, Bobo, not Partey, and me Marquis. On person or he pass the far rises so and a body say. After that, no, yeah, consistent mistakes. I will game him. As a manager, we didn't dug out. No, I am not talking to the press. I'm talking to my player. So, like I told you earlier, in camera, coaches know they use the F word name but when they come to the public, have you ever seen any coach use the F word at your press conference? In extreme cases, I've never seen Arteta say so. But we're all for nothing. As now documentary last season, almost every game or corners a boy's name messy up in the first half, he uses it. That is what I'm saying. You protect your boys in public. In private, you score them. That is why we call you a manager.
May I say,